It's truly a great honor to have you here today. It's International Forest Day, and as a young woman, I would dare to say that you're incredible inspiration for topics that you dare to really stand strongly and talk about them. And one of those is topic of sustainability, responsibility, and so on. So Slovenia has a strong reputation for sustainability. We also heard today for forestry and biodiversity protection. And I would love to get your insight. How do you see tree planting alongside the broader ecosystem restoration playing a role in addressing the climate change?
I'm more and more green at my heart, I have to say, because the young people are demanding this from politicians, and I'm not running away from this obligation. So I really am proud to be vocal about it. The trees are the lungs of our planet. We all know that they are eating carbon dioxide and giving the oxygen back to us, which is really essential for every living creature on this planet. And wherever the forests cannot build themselves up, it's really very important that we help them to do that. So the action today here is really, really very important, and I'm happy to see so many people who are working together to build a new forest.
And at Impact Hero, as you also mentioned, we help businesses integrate sustainability and world regeneration to really connect any kind of stakeholder engagement that the company does, and to bring the greater awareness about the huge challenge that we're having. So what do you believe companies should be doing to take even greater responsibility for environmental and social impact?
The answer is really very simple. You know, being green, being sustainable, belief to circular economy, this is a marketing advantage, I'm sure, because of young people are checking the products, whether they are sustainable, if they were produced in a green and eco way. So that's a huge advantage for every single company. And I see, especially in Slovenia, that companies are more and more aware of that. Of course, the legislation is helping in a way, but nevertheless, it's the spirit of the people who do believe that sustainability is bringing us the green future. And this is the only solution that we have at the end.
And completely agree. Our projects, which we are seeing also here behind us, are really not just about restoring nature. Also here in the picture, we see a woman that got even independence by actually engaging in tree planting. And I know you are a very great advocate for sustainability and women empowerment. And I would love to know what actually drives you personally to be so vocal about it.
First of all, being a woman is one fact. And I think it's my obligation to promote gender equity. And if we can promote gender equity and sustainability and green agendas together, that's even more important. I've seen many projects around the world who are empowering women to gain more income. Women are still, you know, the most important ones to bring food on the table. And I often say, every single nation, every single society would be totally unwise to neglect half of the potential of the nation. And women do represent half of the potential.
Thank you. And maybe the last one, so given the geopolitical things that are happening worldwide, also one of the big powers stepping out of the Paris Agreement, I'm wondering, as you are crossing many different sectors, how do you perceive the urgency, or maybe even the apparent lack of it, when it comes to the harm being done to our planet?
I will tell you one statistical number. There are 206 countries on this planet, members of the Olympic Committee, 193 in United Nations. So that means that we do have 206 presidents, 206 prime ministers, some queens and kings among us. Yeah? That means 412 people who bear a huge responsibility for 8 billion people of this planet. So that's the obligation we have on our shoulders. And this is why I think it's really very important that the politicians are vocal about it. I'm not happy to see what's going on COPs. Of course, I was not happy to see United States of America stepping out of the Paris Climate Agreement. United States of America are the biggest polluter on this planet. And I will tell you one more number. 80% of all carbon dioxide emissions are produced by the G20 countries. 4 European countries among them. But that doesn't mean that the small countries should just be quiet and look at the big ones. We have to do our share. And this is why I'm looking forward to go to COP30 to Brazil this year. And I'm going to discuss green agendas with all of my heart, and sustainability and forestry, because Slovenia is really very strong at it. Slovenia is in 58% covered with forests. We are number 3 in Europe, and we have to keep our forests. And your project is also really very important one. Today we are planting 2,000 trees here, and you are going to plant 2,000 trees on the global south. The countries which do not contribute so much to the pollution are affected the most. So I think it's our obligation not only to maintain the forests in our homeland, but we have to help the others as well. The planet is only one, and there is no planet B.
And that's why you're also our impact hero. So thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
And I hope you never lose hope for what is really needed. So.
Never, never. And I have one motto in my life. If you're quiet, nothing is going to happen. If you are vocal about some things, and if you do something, you at least give yourself and others a chance that something will change and that something will happen. So that is what is driving me, being vocal about the things that are important for our lives.
Thank you.
You're welcome.